quotation is truth matters. Now, what does that mean? Truth matters. So when you dive into it, our research problem is how can we promote safe and credible social activism online? And when we get into our hypothesis is that authenticating the source and validating the content using petitions, donation links, and online forums will enhance the trust of the user, enticing the user to promote the platform. So by making social activism easy and safe, and making sure that the content makes sense and the content is safe, it will promote social activism because it will entice the user to do it more. And when you talk about truth, truth has, believe it or not, truth has a lot of trust built into it. Because if you don't trust something, you won't find it as truthful. So you can say that trust has components. Some of those components could be safety slash security, where you can only trust a website if you feel safe and secure on the website. And by doing that, you have to have firewalls, different things to protect the website, right? Reliability, which means trustworthiness and non-fake things. So by being reliable, you gain the trust of the user, and user friendliness, because whenever you go on a messy website or a website that's very confusing, you don't trust it as much because there's a lot of ads, links, things that you need to click on, and they're popping up into your face. You won't trust it as much.
All right, so background. What is social activism? Social activism is when any person or group decide to pursue a cause that would result in social change. What's happening now with the Black Lives Matter protests. There are all you have all these people over here trying to promote a better society that will or a better police system that won't uh a better system that won't like oppress people as much. Yeah, like some examples of social activism like protest petitions and boycotts. uh yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's it, Camille!
some of our roles, are Maher's a website and algorithm developer. Zaid is a methodology and our approach and keeping us on track. So basically Zaid keeps us on track and keeps us moving forward. Hassan is the data collection slash surveys. I'm the secretary and I'm writing the proposal. And Sofiane is the website developer and the all around helper. So now we'll get into our methodology and approach. So our methodology and approach is that this is how we will connect truthfulness and social activism. So what we will do is we will make a forum with credible petitions and sources and donations. So and then we will also make an algorithm to fish out untrustworthy links slash donation links to promote social activism for people to share their ideas, and we'll make things called discussions where people can talk about any certain topic and bring awareness. So this is where the truthfulness and the social activism ties in. In our methodology and throughout our research, we'll be making a website that allows us to go and create a platform where or a community slash platform where people can be social activists and go and what's it called and go and share information that's trustworthy and it's truthful. So this is where the truth plays into our entire project, and this is why it plays a major role. So um, we will be making an algorithm where the algorithm will be able to fish out fishy links and different things like that via web scrapping. So if you put in an algorithm or a URL or you try to send something, it will allow us to fish out fishy links and different things like that that are untrustworthy or we deem untrustworthy. We're also going to be like how you take gold out of sand or how you filtrate water, there'll be different levels of a system, and when you make those different levels, it allows you to go and what's it called, get the truth or get the gold out of it. So this is where the truth ties into our entire presentation, because we don't only want to make social activism, we want to make truthful social activism to where it's what's it called, where it's truthful, and the information that we're sharing is reliable and it isn't fake. So our objective our objective is to
Our objective is to create a social platform online that promotes safe and credible social activism, like sources, by gaining the trust of the user and deleting anything malicious links of our sources. Like Camille was saying, that when we're during the mentorship program, we're going to work on an algorithm using VS Code that the user would transfer or take copy a link of, say, a social activism like site or something like that, and the web scrapper would go through that site and try to find any type of blacklisted sites, and the blacklisted site would mean that this site would be untrustworthy or has some type of malicious intent of some sort, and we would try to create that and try to show the user this X, Y, and Z about the certain site to show if it's credible or not.
so yeah, this is our so I wanted to make sure that we make the connection clear between being truthful and being a social activist. So you can be a social activist, right? You see online how you see on your Instagram feed, on your story, different things like that. You see people posting about different causes and things like that. Well, a lot of good and great information is in circulation. Another thing is that there's a lot of fake and malicious that brings down and ties down the good intents, right? So by making a truthful platform, and a platform where you can make an algorithm where you can take the truth out of and take the truth out of good sites and leave all the malicious stuff, will help further social activism and make it more a universal thing, because it'll promote it for people to go out and do it. Because when you see that someone is when you see that someone is promoting truthful and reliable information, you'll be like, oh, let me see where you got it from, or oh, how can I do this too, or oh, how can I help? So this is how the truth ties into our entire project. um, Being a social activist also calls for you to be truthful and what's it called? Truthful and truthful and truthful and also spreading right information. Um, Also in the ways that um, if we go back to our methodology and approach, if we go back to our methodology and approach, we'll say like we said, our methodology will make an algorithm to validate this information. And like I said, you will make it will be like taking gold or taking gold out of sand. You know how it goes through layers, and in each layer there's a different type of grain that allows it to take all the gold slash and gold out of the sand. For us, that gold is the truth, and that's how we will validate these sources and links by using a VSS reader and web scraping. So we'll make something called a web crawler where we can go and search the site for any malicious things, like Maher said.
And also, for us, like for right now, we could also put surveys to communities, various communities on their opinion of these certain places or certain links, and we can just do manual surveys based off that and what the community deems of certain sites or links to judge if it's credible or not.
So the target audience for our website would be social activists and well-known organizations such as CARE, Muslim Link, and activists around the community. We're also targeting youth activists online since they are the ones that are sharing links and to petitions and donation links online on their social medias. As well, we would also like to target certain issues. As we know, there are lots of issues right now. We'd like to start off small and slowly grow. So specific issues we'd like to address would be the Black Lives Matter movement, humanitarian relief, anti-racist activists, and you know, as we progress, inshallah, we'll try and grow our community. Last but not least, we want activists that need a platform to promote their cause. There are many causes that aren't getting as much attention. When I said before in the organizations, when I said activists in the community, there are lots of issues going on in our local communities that we don't know about. So the activists that are in this community would need a platform to promote a smaller cause. And this smaller cause would be on our website, where it would get more attention and more people would be able to see the cause and the issue. So get more spotlight. Our deliverables are our milestones. This is basically our timeline where we want to get things done. So it doesn't seem that we're just, waiting. So we will have, updated schedule. And our takeaways from the COOOL Summer Program. Camille, if you could, thank you.
I'm so proud of you,
so
Zayn, and
some of
honey, I'm gonna give you guys that My Little Pony set you guys want.
So some of the things we learned are mind mapping, which is my personal favorite from the COOOL Summer Program, and organizing ideas. We also learn about statistics and the right ways to collect data by Brother Mustafiz. We learned about web scrapping and the algorithm and steps we'll take to filtrate sources, and social activism and the movements around today, which helped us think about our website, think about the idea, thanks to the panel discussions we had with multiple leaders from the community. That's it. Jazakum khairan for listening. And if you guys have questions, go ahead and put in the chat.
Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Good job! I'm gonna carry you guys on Valorant again.
I think we should mute everybody, admins. I mean, if you can do that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Jazakallah for the presentation. We're gonna quickly, I saw that you guys answered some of the questions in the chat to begin with. So yeah, we're gonna deal with that. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to the next group, which is Sisters Mahreen and Suha, who will be talking about Islamophobia and Muslim identity. So whenever you guys are ready.
So if we have questions on the presentation, when are you going to ask these questions?
So we're gonna have to wait till the end because we do have 2 more groups to go through and we wanna give each group a fair amount of time to at least get their presentations.
Sadia,
So,
Sadia,
yes.
maybe one question will be okay, inshallah. Dr. Eltis, inshallah. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Nice presentation. I have a major issue actually with the idea itself. You link truth and trustworthiness, and I don't think that they are that directly linked on social media. So let us assume that we have a group with certain ideas, and they are they actually have their sources and everything, and so they might be trustworthy among themselves, but they need not be propagating the truth. That is one thing. The other thing is that if I want to propagate falsehood, what I'll do is that I will quote it in 90% truth and 10% falsehood. How are you going to detect that? That is almost impossible to detect, and that is the danger. So if something is 90% false, that is very easy to eliminate. But what if 10, 15%, which is what happens usually. This is I mean what is done in order to propagate a falsehood. So if it is relying primarily on the whole site or the whole account, this might not work. You might want to find other means than just blacklisted sources. That's a comment and a question for you to think about.
Dr. for your concern. So you're definitely right about how it's almost impossible to detect, the 10% falsehood. But I think as a whole, what we would be doing, not only will our algorithm be looking towards these things, but we, our team members will also be looking through whatever, the issues, let's say, any issues that are being, spread onto our website, we would also personally look at them, and not only that, we'd have discussion forums on our website where people who are, advocating, who are, that are passionate about the same issue, they would come together and, have a forum where they can talk and, spread their ideas. And about the truthful and the trustworthiness, I also see where you're coming from, how you don't see a direct link, I see where you're coming from.
Assalamu alaikum. I think we have to have an line discussion because we are out of time, because we have a program right at 2, so we have 2 programs. So brother Muhammad, if you could, maybe we can have a separate meeting, inshallah, if we can. I think these are great questions, and this is what we would like to have, and we'll have a chance, inshallah, to discuss. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Yes,
no,
inshallah, yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Sadia, please.
So could we have Mahreen and Suha present next on Islamophobia and Muslim identity? Just a quick reminder to the next 2 groups that you guys need to be a little strict with time because we are running out and we still need to get to the award ceremony. So be a little strict with time, guys. So whenever you guys are ready, just share your screens.
So welcome to our presentation. We did a research proposal about understanding the internal conflict with faith and religion, and yeah.
So the people that worked on this project is me, Suha. So I worked on the research proposal and the writing. It was mostly with editing and fine tuning. And then I worked on formatting the survey and data analysis. So that was mostly outlining how we're going to ask these statements and questions to answer our research questions. And then I worked on survey distribution, the website, and also the literature review, which we use to validate our hypothesis, and also our survey format. Mahreen worked on research proposal and writing. She did more of the actual basics of the outline, and then she helped me edit the survey, and she helped out with survey distribution as well and figuring out who we're going to contact in terms of our survey, and she worked on the website as well. Nizar worked on the website and the literature review. He helped with finding different articles and what would be most helpful with what we're researching, and Nabil helped with the website as well.
So some background before we get into the more specific parts of our proposal. So this project, we aim to understand why individuals feel indecisive or internally conflicted with their religious background. And it's been shown that younger generations have shown to increasingly stray away from their faith, whatever it may be. And it is important to understand what is contributing to this change in demographics so that we can address the causes and maybe help people from the source itself.
So as mentioned by Mahreen, this project aims to understand why individuals feel indecisive or internally conflicted with their religious background. So we're seeing a lot with the younger generation, as shown by Pew Research, that a lot of Gen Zers and millennials are straying more away from their religion, going more towards atheism and identifying as agnostic. So we want to find out why this is happening. And we want to not only find this for the Muslim community, but with Christian and Jewish, Hindu, and other religious communities as well, because we wanted to be able to work with other communities and establish a sense of trust among each other.
So our research questions and a hypothesis, we came up with 3 main research questions to fulfill our objective. And those 3 are: how does an individual's media consumption impact an individual's level of faith, as well as peer environment and household environment? And our hypothesis will be the family dynamics will have the strongest correlation with an individual's level of faith, since your family environment greatly influences how people grow up to be as a person.
So our methodology is a little lengthy, so I'll try to keep it as concise as possible. But the first part is our literature review, which was written in order to support our hypothesis and our results. Since our responses are self-reported and they're being self-conducted, we thought it was important to not only have our own hands-on experience, but also prior experiences from other researchers and other studies as well. So we read different journal articles. The second part was planning to make a survey which addressed the 3 specific research questions. So there are 3 main parts to our survey, which I'll go over in details in a little bit. And then once we finalize our survey, it'll be distributed to model survey respondents. So we have different target audiences between the Muslim backgrounds, Christian, Jewish, Hindu, atheist, agnostic. So we are going to distribute these surveys to different people in order to see if our survey is actually working and to validate it. And so for each part, the participants will rank their agreement level for each statement that's provided in the survey with a Likert scale. So it'll be a scale of 1 to 5. And then once we collect all of our responses, we'll conduct a multi-collinear correlation to analyze the results. And eventually we'll produce a website to share the results and also create a community-oriented platform. And so by that, we mean we would create another page to our website where people would share personal stories about their religious background and their journeys in order to have some personal experience with our community. So the 3 main parts of our factors are family, peers, and media. And there are 5 parts to our survey, which is identity, confidence levels, and then of course, family, peers, and media. So the first part is our identity. So participants will select a specific identity. We included Muslim, Christian, Jewish, atheist, agnostic, Hindu, and other. And so once they select their identity, they will move on to the next part of the survey, which will be measuring the confidence levels with religious identity and beliefs. So in terms of that, that will measure whether someone is confident with how they identify as. So someone might be Muslim, but they might not necessarily be confident in how they identify, or someone might be atheist, but they might highly be confident in how they're identifying as. So the scores will range from a 7 to 35 because there will be 7 statements and then there's a score of 5 for each. So a low confidence level, someone will usually score 7 to 15 within this section. Having a neutral confidence level will mean they're scoring about 16 to 25, and having a very high confidence level, they'll be scoring 26 to 35. And so our 3 factors, family dynamics and household environment. So there are 2 parts to this section. The first one is measuring religious prominence. So whether or not that family is even religious in the first place. So a low score will range from 5 to 11, medium 12 to 18, and high 19 to 25. The second part is supportive environment. So whether or not this family is living in a healthy environment and whether or not they're there to support each other. So again, similar to the previous section, it'll be low 5 to 11, medium 12 to 18, and high 19 to 25. And the overall score for this section will be ranging from 10 to 50. The second factor will be peer environment. So that will range 16 to 30 with 5 statements in total. And then media consumption will also have 5 statements and will range from 6 to 30. So for both of these sections, there will be a score of 6 to 13, meaning it's on the lower end of the spectrum, medium 14 to 20, and high 23 to 30. So in terms of peer environment, that'll mean that they'll either have a very supportive and peer environment or not as much of a supportive environment. And in terms of media consumption, whether or not they're comfortable with how the media portrays their religious identity and whether or not they're consuming enough media to identify the prominence of their religious identity.
So our target audience and our impact, we are aiming to target the youth with individuals from ages 12 to 25, and we want to be able to work with various nonprofit religious organizations as well in local houses of worship. And our impact is a problem that many religious communities are facing is that many individuals are steering away from their faith, as we mentioned before. And we want to be able to produce a collaborative environment for all communities. And through our results, we will be able to identify the strengths and weaknesses of our communities and work towards learning from them and our experiences as well.
So our projected timeline is August 15th. We want the revised proposal due, and so making edits and revisions suggested by mentors. And then by August 17th, we want to make sure the literature review has not only started, but also we begin to edit and contact others for their personal stories for the website. By August 22nd, we want to have the website completed aside from the research portion. By August 29th, we want to have the survey distributed and scores collected and calculated, and also to start our data analysis. And so by September 5th, we want the literature review completed along with the data analysis. By September 9th, we want to begin the write-up of our conclusions and results and to upload it to the website. By September 26th, we want all project components to be finalized. So the website, the survey, data analysis, and the literature review. And by October 10th, inshallah, we'll have our final presentation.
So our collective takeaways, we did this as a team. So there were a lot of informative and educational presentations that we enjoyed. We really liked the college and career workshop. I feel it was very helpful to, especially for me and Shuha. And there are many influential guest speakers as well. And we feel like we learned a lot. And we were able to gain various research skills that will be beneficial towards our academic careers, inshallah. And we'd like to thank our mentors and admins for all their help in creating this program. Thank you. Jazakallah.
Thank you. That was a great presentation. So right now, if anyone has any questions, we can take one question. Anyone from the audience?
MashaAllah, good job, guys. That was really well structured. I'm so proud of you guys for being able to get all that done. I feel like us as admins, we've learned a lot from our students as well. So good job.
Okay, so we can continue.
Okay, so the next group we have up will be brothers Asif, Rafid, Rajan, and sister Aisha, who will be doing their presentation on coordination of the pandemic response. So whenever you guys are ready, just share your screens, make sure you unmute yourselves.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you for taking your time to listen to our presentation. We're the Pandemic Response Group, and we plan on researching and spreading awareness for COVID-19 in our communities. So my name is Rafid Khan, and my role for our group is survey and data collection.
My name is Asif, and my role in the summer internship will be web development and Django framework.
Assalamualaikum everybody. My name is Rajin Islam. I'm one of the members of a group that's in charge of forming and fine-tuning our research proposal.
My name is Aisha Hassan, and I also help with the research proposal.
So, as all of you know, COVID-19 is a very pressing matter right now. It's currently worsening and spinning out of control around the entire world. It's very deadly, but there are a lot of simple steps that we can take to slow the spread, and we're taking upon ourselves to research them and then spread this to our communities.
So our objective as a group, we are striving to research the cause for the virus spreading rapidly, and we want to spread awareness amongst our Muslim and non-Muslim communities so we can fight this pandemic and help slow it down.
So the first step to doing this is by forming a research question and a hypothesis. Our research question was, why is COVID-19 spreading so rapidly, and what can we do to slow it down? To answer that, we formed a hypothesis saying that if you convince people to follow social distancing rules and general health guidelines, then the spread of COVID-19 will slow down in our communities.
So this is our methodology for getting to our objective. What we plan on doing is starting by in-depth researching of COVID-19, finding things like how it spreads and how to slow it down. And this data will be correct and validated because it'll be from organizations like the CDC and the WHO. And then we need to figure out the current compliance from the general public of the general health guidelines through surveys that we'll send out to the community. And after analyzing and validating our results, we'll give our response to the community and inform the community of the proper steps they need to take in order to slow the spread. And then we'll resurvey the community and see what information we need to communicate further. After reanalyzing our collected data again, we'll begin doing further research and rinse and repeat this process in order to see if we're actually making a difference and adjusting our response based on that. And we can enforce these rules by communicating with our local masjids and other community centers. And also we could communicate with local governments as well. And these steps will lead us to our goal of slowing the spread of COVID-19.
And this is our flowchart that we created. It's a visual representation that goes hand in hand with our methodology. As you can see, we have two possible paths that'll accomplish the same goal that we have to slow down the virus.
Our target audience is intended for everyone because everyone is affected by the pandemic, but we are focusing on our community and making sure that everyone is informed about all the precautions needed, and it will teach people to take care of themselves and others. And our deliverables are to finish our data collection by mid-late August, and then complete and send out our survey by early September, and then collect survey results and analyze data by mid to late September, and then complete final presentation early October, and then present our final on October 10th. Our takeaways from the summer program is that we were able to learn about detailed overview of patents and learn how to create a research proposal, learn all about statistics, data. We were also able to learn about coding with Django, Python, and other, and then data collection. And we learned about the values of group projects and what really makes it important to work together as a team. And we also learned how to make surveys and how to apply them.
And that's the end of our presentation. Thanks for listening. Does anyone have any questions?
Anyone from the audience have any questions? or any comments? You can also say comments about the presentation, what you liked about it.
Explained work.
I heard someone. I heard a little someone.
Sorry, that was my Salman.
I think people are leaving comments in the
Yeah,
chat.
so a lot of people are saying excellent job, and honestly, yeah, good job, guys, mashallah. For all the students in research, this goes to all the students who were presenting, not just research, actually, web app too. You guys did a fantastic job, even though we were also telling you guys to keep check on time. You guys did great with that, going through a presentation during time constraints, and to be able to put everything that you've done the last 4 weeks into a nice, organized, concise presentation. That is honestly incredible. Mashallah, so proud of all of you guys. We all are, the admins, organizers, parents, everyone here is proud of you. And we hope that inshallah you continue what you guys were doing. You continue your research proposals for web app. We hope you continue learning more about the different ways of coding. And we really do hope you guys come back next year to continue your skills. Does anyone else want to add anything?
No, I think we're good. I think we can move on to award ceremonies and make sure we end on time.
Sweet. Okay.
Inshallah, can we have Brother Mahfouz? I believe he's here.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Okay,
Thanks everyone here, parents, students, for being so patient. And we have to stop at 2 o'clock, have another program, a debate workshop, and we have to use the same Zoom link. So if we can't cover some of the participants, then we can do it offline, but we have to stop at 2 o'clock. Now our sincere thanks to Dr. Farid Ahmed, Dr. Mustafis Chowdhury for giving us the 360-degree view of where we were in the past, decades ago, where we are now in the present, and where we need to be in the future. As for where we need to be in the future, that's you, our youth, each of you. Now, I'll take the privilege to ask a question to each of our youth here, and that'll be your takeaways today. As a Muslim and doer of good, look around you and the world around you in terms of not only science and technology, but also politics, economics, and leadership. And you decide where you need to be in the future. So that is your takeaways. At the end, know that each of you are here today, are the visionary leader for us that we and the world around you is waiting for, inshallah. So with that, I will start giving the certificates, and if you bring it up, Shadia, Nazifa, that would be great. So here you go. Starting with Asif Chowdhury. This will go to Asif, and is it possible to see Asif's face?
If he shows his
or
camera,
unmute. Asif, you can unmute and say hello or salam to everyone, and then we move on to the next one. Alaikum assalam.
Okay, next person.
Great job, Asif. So we move on to Aisha Hassan. Great. Aisha, unmute yourself. I'm going to see you. Alaikum assalam. Great job, Aisha. This will go to you, and you will get another cool mug. Actually, each of you will get cool mug, and just look out for that. Inshallah, that'll be coming via mail. All right. So our next recipient is Mr. Hassan Jones. Hassan.
Yes.
Okay, how are you?
Good.
Great, great. Good job, Hassan. Okay, this is yours, the certificate.
Yay.
Awesome. You're happy, huh?
Yes.
We like, everyone likes to say like Hassan. Yay,
Mhm.
right? All right, now move on to the next one, and it'll be Camille below. Camille, open up your mic.
Jazakumullah khair.
Barakallah fi Camille. Good job. Good job. You were, you know, Camille, just everyone, to let everyone know that Camille was our student in the last year. He did the research project. Alhamdulillah, he joined this year as well. He has good experience on what we do. Excellent. And next we move on to Maher below. Maher, please.
Thank you.
Just want to see your face. Assalamu alaikum, Maher. How are you? Great, great. Okay. Thank you for your great job. And let's move on to Mahreen Ahmed.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Mahreen. Good to see you. And I know you canceled one of the trip somewhere for this event. So thank you so much for everything you did. The great work. Okay, we move on to next one. Nabil Chaudhary. Nabil, unmute.
Assalamu alaikum.
Share face. Walaikum salam, Nabil. Great job, Bob. Great job. Thank you. Okay, and we move on to Nizar Asfari. Nizar, are you there?
I don't think Nazar is here today, but
okay, but his work is with us. So
yeah,
great job by Nizar. Excellent. So we move on to Rafid Khan. Rafid.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, all the way from North Carolina. Great job, Rafid, for joining us and your contributions. It's really amazing. We really enjoyed the contribution you made to the team and to the COOOL Summer program overall. Thank you. So move on to next one, Rajin Islam, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Rajin. How are you? Excellent. Our future leader, I can see, inshallah. All of you. Rajin is from North Carolina as well, like Asif, Rafid, Rajin, and many others. Alhamdulillah. Great job, Rajin. Thank you. So let's move on to Sufyan Diakite. Sufyan, are you there?
I don't think he is, so we can continue on.
Sure. We move on to Mr. Suha Chaudhary. Suha?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you, Suha?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Great. You are from New York, I believe.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. How is the weather there?
It's all right. It's rainy.
I see. Excellent, excellent. But we are, you are shining stars, all of you. So, the rain, the cloud will go away as long as you shine, each of you, inshallah. Great job, Shuha, for participating and helping us in the overall program. We move on to Mr. Zaid Mahfouz. Zaid, you are here?
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Okay. Great job, Zaid. Inshallah. Zaid's certificate is right here. Excellent. So you'll get your certificate, inshallah. And we move on to Mr. I think we go to web development track right now, right? Okay. All right. So Abu Bakr Berry, where are you, Abu Bakr?
I think he is also not here. Yes.
Okay, great. So we have 8 minutes left, inshallah. We'll be able to cover that. Next is Ahmed Khan.
Also not here.
All right. So Ali Iqbal.
Ali, are you here? Because your name's, no, I don't think he's here either.
Okay, okay. All right, next recipient, survey recipient is Dilan Dusky.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you, Dilan?
Alhamdulillah.
Great job, great job. Thanks for all the great contributions you have made to the team and made the difference. Agent of change, each of you, and for positive change that we are looking for, inshallah. With that, we'll move on to next recipient. Hila Carey. Hila, are you there?
Yes.
Excellent. How are you?
Good.
Great job, excellent. So this is your recognition certificate, inshallah, and wait for the cool, barakallah. Kind of wait for each of you, wait for the cool mug. You know, that'll be very, I am waiting for mine, but you'll definitely love it. So with that, we move on to next recipient is Mabin Mustafa. Mabin Mustafa, please. Alaikum salam. Mabin, how is everything?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Great job. This is your certificate, and thanks for all of your hard work and team effort. We'll look forward to see each of you in the next event, inshallah. So with that, we'll move to the next recipient. It's Nadia Abu Abdul Qadir. Nadia, are you here?
Yes.
Excellent. Great job, Nadia. Thanks for everything.
Okay.
All right, this is your certificate. You'll receive it. With that, we move to our next recipient. Okay, Nima Geda. Nima, are you here?
Nima's not here.
Not here. Moving to the next recipient. We have 5 more minutes left. And Safwan Al-Masuddin. Safwan, great presentation. Alaikum assalam. Great presentation, Safwan.
Thank you.
Thanks for all of your hard work and great teamwork. Thank you. So this is your certificate. You will look forward to receiving it, and move on to the next one. Shahir Gazanfer, are you here, Shahir?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, excellent job, Shahir. Working with your team. It's nice to see you. So we move to the next recipient. Suhaib Wazuddin. Suhaib, you were here? I saw you.
Yes.
Excellent. Great job, Suhaib. Alaikum assalam. Great job.
Thank you.
Thanks for all of your hard work. We move on to next recipient is Sumaya Akhtar. Where is Sumaya?
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sumaya, how are you?
Good.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So you have to bring next time your whole team in the house. I know your siblings. So inshallah, thank you for your time and joining us in this event, inshallah. All right. Great job, Sumaya. Next one, Umayza Hamza. Umayza, I saw you.
Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, welcome, salam.
Thank you for all of your hard work, and
Yeah,
this is
you're
your
welcome.
recognition. Yeah, very good job. Good job.
you.
Next one.
Oh, I think that's it.
That's it. Okay. That's all.
Just a clarification, we're sending out electronic certificates. They won't be mailed as hard copies. So we're gonna email the certificates to everyone. And
All right, do we want to do superlatives real quick?
We have time.
I'm pretty
So-
sure we can speed
We
through.
have
Okay.
90. We have
Alright.
we have a lot of time
Okay, go.
left. 90
All right, we'll
seconds.
have to speed through it. Okay, so while Nazifa pulls it up on her screen, let me just say what the superlatives are. We had a lot of fun with our students, us admins, and the students. We had a lot of fun in break time during classes. So what we did was we had a superlative vote where students won some. Like these are just for fun, right? So Aisha has won a certificate for being the most respectful to instructors. Keep it going. We don't need anyone to make comments. We're
Yeah,
just gonna
just keep
say all the
going.
names. Zaid Mahfouz also won for being most respectful to instructors. They were tied. Asif Chaudhry won for most likely to have their camera on. Next, Suha Chaudhry won for most likely to engage in class discussions. Hassan Jones won for being most likely to get called out by his instructors. As you can tell, we had a lot of fun making these. Rajan won for most likely to get called out by instructors as well. Mahreen won for most likely to help out other students. Is there a way to speed this up more? Ravid Khan won for most likely to help out other students. Suha won for most likely to be a team leader. Maher won for most likely to zone out in class. Nabil won for most likely to zone out in class as well. Hassan won for most likely to zone out in class as well. And Zaid Mahfouz won for most likely to ask questions. Rafid won for most likely to win Scribblia, which is a game we played during break time. Camille won for most likely to come back next year. I believe a few others won this as well. Yeah, Maher also won that award. Mahreen also won most likely to come back next year. Sufyan also won most likely to come back next year. And now we can move on to web app superlatives. So that was all research. Yeah, we have web app too.
You all
So
do.
yeah.
All right, so
We are going to
I'm
talk
gonna-
in 1 minute. Subhanakallah bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta subhanaka astaghfiruka. Jazakallah khaira. Sorry.
All good. We'll
Okay.
send these out though.
All right. It was close though.
You can continue
Also-
in a couple of seconds. Go ahead.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
we have 1
perfect. All
minute
right.
left, inshallah.
So
Go
Jinan
fast.
won for most respectful to instructors. Next. Umeza won. Shahir won for most likely to have their camera on. Umeza won most likely to have their camera on. Abu Bakr won most likely to engage in class discussion. Ahmad Khan for most likely to engage in class discussion. Sahib for most likely to get called out by instructors. Safwan for most likely to called out by instructors. Nadia for most likely to help out other students. Safwan for most likely to help out other students. Hila for most likely to be a team leader. Mahveen for most likely to be a team leader. Nadia for most likely to be a team leader. Ali Iqbal for zoning out in class. Ahmed Khan for most likely to ask questions. Dinan for most likely to ask questions. Sumaya most likely to annotate the board. Shahir for most likely to annotate the board. Umeza for most likely to win Scribblia. Nima for most likely to own Build-A-Bear. Sahib for most likely to come back next year. And
that
that's
should be
it.
all.
1 minute over time, but it's all good.
It's fine. We got it through.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Great job.
Proud of all the students. We had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys during break time. Had a lot of fun in general, being with the students, helping you guys with your research, helping you guys with any questions that you had. It was a great experience. I know I can say this for all of us admins. We really enjoyed it. So inshallah, we will see you all next year.
So here, you want to play
Okay, inshallah, I'm going to end the meeting now. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Thank you for taking your time for us.
Everyone.
Thank you
No
so much. Thank you
problem.
so much.